How's it going, everyone? Just want to do a quick update to the Perona list. Changed a couple things because I noticed a couple things weren't working too well on the list. So here's just a quick rundown to go over everything. Not that much has changed. Took a lot of suggestions and now try to put them to action. So let's just start off. Real quick, just one up Brook. Brook's just good. You know, he gives you that -1 cost on play when attacking. So he always comes up in any type of matchup. That KO effect and just that -1 comes in handy a lot of the time. Just allows you to reach that range that you need. Simple as that. We got 2 Hioris. Hiyori speaks for themselves. Shits out a Ryuma, gets you an extra additional card, allows you to set up with Samurai, things along that nature. 2 Hemepos on play -3, simple as that. You know, you got your cost reduction, playable off the Moria. 10 Dawn turn, you can play the hard play up the Hemepo, still play the Moria, still be able to pop something. After that, 2 Sugar in the deck. 2 Sugar just feels too damn good. Don't know why I wasn't playing it before. Come to realize I didn't have a playset. So eventually got myself my 2 right in the deck, and she just allows the deck to be able to pop a 5 cost now for a little bit more ease in a sense. Allows you to get a lot more range as well. It allows you to not have to commit to certain aspects. Allows you to actually use your leader ability for the -1 cost and not having to commit as much. Onto the blockers, running 3 Rosamontes. You know, really self-explanatory. Low ceiling blocker, has a protection for rest of the cards. It allows you to really synergize well with the deck. There'll be times where you just, you know, play on a Moria. You're in a favorable spot, you know, you go Samurai, rest your block, rest your Moria, rest whatever else you have, you know, and you just have protection for it. Besides that, 3 Borsalinos. Borsalino just feels pretty good. You know, the deck definitely needs some defenses. That's one thing I noticed a lot of over the course of the plays I've been doing, over all the matches and everything like that. It definitely lacks when it comes to the defenses. It does have a lot of counter, but at the same time, it does have a lot of non-counter. So you kind of do need to stabilize. You are requiring to try to live to around like your 8 Dawn turn. That way you can actually start doing plays, even if they aren't just big bodies. After that, we are running 4 Momonosuke. 4 Momonosuke is kind of self-explanatory. The main card of the deck allows you to search out most of your pieces, find your Ryuma, which synergizes well with your leader. Simple as that. We're running 2 Toy Soldiers, 1-legged Toy Soldier. Simple. You could ump him to 3 if you wanted to. I think 2 is perfectly fine because all he does is simply allow you to -3 on your own convenience. So say if you need to go Moria into Toy Soldier Hiyori, you can pop the -3 on a character, then go Perona ability, rest them, and then pop the Hiyori to play out the Ryuma. That's essentially what you're trying to do. As for other 2K counters, we got Shiru's on play -2, simple as that. Izo on play rest a 4 or less, searchable 2K off the Otama and off the Momonosuke. Running 4 Otamas, simple as that. Main searcher of the deck, 2K counter, gets everything situated. As for events, we're running 3 Samurais. I think 3 is perfectly fine. 2 might just be too little. 4 might be a little excessive. I think it's personal choice. After that, we're running 4 Ice Age, the best engagement card in the deck. You know, just allows you to reach any type of criteria you need so you can actually interact with your opponent. New cards that I'm trying on the list now are going to be 2 Kuzans. The thought process is essentially there's times where I'll hit my 4 Dawn curve, 4.5 Dawn curve, and dropping a blocker doesn't feel all too great too early game. Playing out a Ryuma doesn't feel good if you're not trading, and then he kind of just gets kind of wasted. So there's times where your 4 Dawn kind of goes unanswered, so either you like swing 9 or try to do something crazy with your low cost. Kuzan kind of helps mitigates that. He plays himself, he replaces himself, and he allows you to be in range for anything else in your deck to basically pop. Trying it out, see how it goes. We're running 4 Ryuma. Ryuma, you know, on play, KO's a rested 4 or less. On KO, also KO, rested 4 or less. Speaks for himself. We're trying a 1-up Jack now. Jack doesn't feel too bad, but he doesn't feel great either. Initially, he was in the deck to help with the Doflamingo matchup, but come to find out, he's just a little too slow. Yes, he can go 1-for-1 every single turn with a body, but when you're coming to other matchups, he kind of just basically makes it too slow. He's better into the black matchups because he's just so high cost, it makes it hard for them to remove, but that's about it. So like coming to the Blackbeard, to the Shanks matchup, he's really just too slow. Besides that now, the questionable cards that I'm adding to the deck that a lot of people might actually question me about is 2 8-drop Salvos. If you're unfamiliar with Salvo, he says on play, trash 1 card from your hand, KO when your opponent's 5 cost or less, and a 3 cost or less. So he can wipe out 2 bodies for just 1 card. So it's really good. I think it's really good in removal. It's going to help out a lot with Dolphy because recently our locals have been taking over Dolphys. I don't know why.
It kind of helps out too with the Black Yellow Luffy matchup. Not necessarily, it just depends if you're able to get them off curve of their salvo protection. So kind of depends on that nature. It also still helps you reach certain decks. So Blackbeard's kind of a niche one. It can't pop anything in that deck besides necessarily what the Van Augur, and like that's probably only it, to be honest. And then as for Shanks, it allows you to somewhat reach some of their things. They're dropping like their Rayleighs and they're dropping their Beckmans and Dragons. They're 8, but they're still in range close enough for you to actually do something to them. You know, you can drop out your Toy Soldier, drop out Helmeppo, or something like that. You'll still have a form of a way to help get into range. Another reason why I'm riding the Kuzons now, to try to give it additional cost reduction, always have it live. One thing I think I'd never ever do would be drop Moria down. Drop Moria down from 4 to 3, simply because most of the time he's just a damn brick in my hand. There's so many times where I just don't have the chance to actually play anything off of him, and he's just a 9k body. And he just sits there and sits there and sits there because I can't find my pieces, or I'm just simply unlucky. So I just came to that realization 4 might just be a little bit too excessive, so we'll just try out 3 and see how it goes. As to finish off the high end, we're running 1 9-drop Kaido. Kaido kind of speaks for himself. He allows you to interact with anything, doesn't have to KO it, gets to get a card out of hand as well, so he's just all around good. You could easily run 2 Kaidos, but I'm trying out a 1-1 right now ratio just to see how it goes. Somebody in the comments was talking about they was running this card as well. I've been thinking about running it myself. It's just good generic removal, but the argument could be made you run Shanks over this as well, but I'm running a 1 of Stussy. It's not that she doesn't feel good. It's just the fact that she can remove any character that your opponent has for the most part. So it's really good removal. It sucks into Blackbeard. That's the only thing that sucks about it. And it kind of struggles into Shanks in a sense because it can remove a body, but at the end of the day, she's a 9k. And that's why green 9-drop Shanks was just overall better, because he got to do what she does and he had a better stat line. The only condition is that the card need to be arrested. So I guess it comes down to, you know, personal choice of what you prefer. This is what I changed the list into just to see how it goes. So if you have any questions, comments, of course, let me know. This was literally just put together yesterday. Been trying on the sim, it wasn't too bad. I had to take out Carrots because Carrot is bugged on sim right now. Every time you use her, she just stuns your leader. So Carrot's absolutely terrible. You can't test it on sim right now. So I just dropped Carrots in the deck in general. She doesn't feel bad. She feels really good because she can stun 7s and everything like that. I think she's definitely a, honorable mention for this deck. But unfortunately, she just feels a little too slow sometimes. And I think she helps best in the Blackbeard matchup, honestly. But yeah, this is the list. Let me know your thoughts, any opinions, anything like that. But yeah, have a good one.